Today's video is a game changer. Did you know a simple 1999 Washington quarter could be worth up to $1.9 million right now? Stay with me because I'll explain what to look for, why it's so rare, and how you might cash in if you find one. First things first, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1999 P Washington quarter was part of the first release of the legendary 50-state quarters program. That P mint mark? It means it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, not every 1999 P quarter is valuable, but there are special versions that collectors are fighting over today. So why is this quarter sometimes valued at nearly $2 million? Well, a few 1999 P quarters were accidentally struck on experimental planchets. That's coin talk for the wrong kind of metal. Instead of the normal copper-nickel blend, these mistake quarters were struck on metal meant for the new Sacagawea dollar released in 2000. This makes them incredibly rare. Just a handful were ever discovered. And when something is rare and from the historic start of the state quarters program, collectors go wild. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams. These rare ones are about 5.9 grams. They have a slightly golden tint, not the usual silvery shine. They may feel a little smoother than regular quarters. Look for the little P. It will be on the front, near Washington's ponytail. Don't worry, you don't need fancy equipment. A simple kitchen scale and a magnifying glass could help you find a fortune hiding in your spare change. And if you think this sounds too good to be true, listen to this. In a recent auction, one of these error 1999 P quarters sold for over $1.9 million. Another example went for nearly $85,000, still life-changing money. Collectors and investors are hunting these coins down right now. The market for rare quarters is hotter than ever, especially for coins from the 1990s and early 2000s. Okay, if you think you've found a special 1999 P quarter, here's what you should do. White heavy check mark, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can actually reduce their value. White heavy check mark, get a professional appraisal. Find a certified coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. White heavy checkmark, consider an auction house. Top auction houses can help you get the best price. All right, now it's your turn to go check those jars of coins, the junk drawers, the old piggy banks, because the next millionaire could be you. If you found something interesting or have questions, leave a comment below. I love hearing your stories, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more hidden treasure tips. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Today, we're talking about the 2020 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, and why collectors are losing their minds over it. First off, let's break it down. The 2020 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, specifically the ones minted at the Philadelphia Mint. That's where the P comes from. These quarters feature designs like the National Park of American Samoa, the one with the adorable fruit bats, and others like the Marsh-Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park. But not every 2020 P quarter is just pocket change. There are a few ultra-rare varieties and error coins, and that's where the big money comes in. Now, you might be wondering, where does the $1.4 million figure come from? Well, there's been buzz in collector circles about a few incredibly rare specimens, specifically error coins with major doubling errors, misstrikes, and pristine conditions. For example, some 2020 P quarters have been found with double die obverse, DDO, errors, where the lettering looks double strike-through errors, like extra material or foreign objects pressed into the coin at off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or shifted, and when a rare error coin is in mint state condition, graded MS 67, MS 68, or even higher, bidders can go absolutely wild. So, how do you know if you have a jackpot quarter? Here's a simple checklist. Look for the P mint mark, tiny letter near Washington's ponytail. Check for design errors, letters that look doubled, images that look blurred. Look at the coin's condition. No scratches. No heavy where equals more valuable. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Those tiny details matter. And if you think you have something special, do not clean it. Cleaning can destroy value. Instead, get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's be honest. Not every 2020 P quarter is $1 million baby. Most regular 2020p quarters, even nice ones, are worth 25 cents to maybe $5 or $10. Error coins and high-grade coins are the real prize. How many coins do you have lying around in jars, drawers, or your car? Taking 10 minutes to check could make you a fortune. Here's the takeaway. White heavy checkmark, look for the 2020p quarter. White heavy checkmark, hunt for errors or pristine condition. White heavy checkmark, get it graded. White heavy checkmark, and you just might be holding onto a small piece of history worth big money. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification, because I've got more coin hunting tips and hidden treasure stories coming your way. I'm going to tell you about a special 2017 D Washington quarter that's reportedly worth up to $1.7 million in today's market. Stay tuned, because I'll show you exactly what to look for and how you could cash in big. This isn't some dusty, ancient coin from a museum. It's a recent quarter from just 2017. That could change your life. The best part, you could already have one sitting in your pocket, purse, or coin jar right now. So, let's start with the basics. In 2017, the U.S. Mint released quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series. One of these was the Ozark National Scenic Riverways quarter, minted in Denver, marked with a D. Now, most of these quarters are worth, well, 25 cents, and this is a big, but a small handful have major minting errors or incredibly rare perfect conditions that make them worth a fortune. Collectors pay serious money for coins with special mistakes, limited prints, or flawless grades. What's so special about this 2017 D quarter? White heavy checkmark, striking errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. White heavy checkmark, high-grade condition. A coin graded MS-68 or higher by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. White heavy checkmark, limited survivability. Only a few in the world with this perfect condition. When a coin has all three, an error, near-mint condition, and extreme rarity, collectors go crazy at auctions. In fact, a perfect grade error 2017 D Washington quarter recently hit the market valued at up to $1.70 million. That's right, one quarter. Enough to buy your dream home. Now you're probably itching to check your coins, right? Here's how you do it. Look for the D mint mark under the "In God We Trust" inscription on the front. Examine for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling, missing letters, odd shapes. Check the coin's condition. If it looks shiny, crisp, no scratches, and almost brand new, you're in luck. Get it professionally graded. Services like PCGS and NGC can certify its true value. Just recently, collectors have paid thousands, even hundreds of thousands, for rare quarters from the 2010s. There's a booming market for modern rare coins. One 2017 D quarter in mint error condition sold for over $35,000, and experts believe that top coins could soon break the $1 million mark, even beyond. These aren't just auctions for millionaires. Everyday people like you are making big money finding these treasures. So, what are you waiting for? Tonight, grab your coin jar, your sock drawer, even your car's cup holders, and start hunting. That little 25-cent piece could turn into the payday of a lifetime. And if you find something exciting, leave a comment and tell us. I love hearing your coin discovery stories. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and like this video for more tips on how to turn your old change into cold hard cash. Today, I'm talking about a coin that could turn your regular day into a millionaire's day. The 2016 P Washington quarter dollar. Worth up to $1.6 million. Astonished face, yes, you heard that right. One little quarter could change your life. Direct hit. So, if you're between 30 and 70, and you've got jars of old coins at home, this video is for you. First, let's rewind just a little bit. In 2016, the United States Mint released the Washington quarter with a P mint mark. That's for the Philadelphia Mint. Most of these quarters are completely normal, worth exactly 25 cents, but a tiny handful were struck with a major error. We're talking about a once-in-a-lifetime minting mistake that makes these coins worth a fortune. 1. What makes the 2016 P quarter so valuable? Okay, listen closely, because this is important. Double die obverse, that's doubling on the front of the coin. Especially noticeable on Liberty and In God We Trust. Off-center strikes dramatic die cracks or cuts extremely rare misprints that survived quality control, and when collectors find a quarter with a combination of these extreme errors, the price skyrockets to the tune of $1.6 million. Direct hit condition is critical. These coins need to be in mint state, preferably graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC. 2. How to check if you have 1 inch now. You might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these golden tickets? Grab a magnifying glass, 10x preferred. Look very closely at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for doubling. It will almost look like a shadow or a ghost letter. Check the edges. Is the strike a little off-center? Any big cracks or raised lines across the coin? If you spot anything unusual, it's time to get excited. 3. What to do if you find 1 inch okay? Let's say you find a weird-looking 2016 P quarter. Now what? Place it carefully in a soft cloth or coin flip. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get it appraised. A top auction house can help you sell it for top dollar. If you're lucky, you might just walk away with 6 or even 7 figures in your bank account. 4. Why this coin is so rare. Minting mistakes happen, but most are caught and destroyed by the mint. The fact that some of these dramatic errors made it out into circulation makes them incredibly rare and valuable. Tens of millions of people handled 2016 quarters, but only a handful of people found the jackpot version. Where to look? Want to boost your chances of finding one? Your old coin jars, rolls of quarters from the bank estate sales and garage sales, flea markets, and antique shops. Some of the biggest coin finds happened in everyday places. Don't overlook a dirty-looking quarter. It could be your ticket to riches. Fortune favors the bold and the careful coin searcher. Friends, the treasures of tomorrow are hiding in the pockets of today. Point 1 coin. One small discovery could rewrite your story, so go ahead. Grab those old coins, put on your detective hat, and take a closer look, because you might be holding the next $1.6 million 2016 P Washington quarter. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting, and may your pockets always be lucky. 4-leaf clover. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow treasure hunter. We're diving into a 2015 P Mint Washington quarter that, believe it or not, was valued at up to $1.5 million. Stay tuned, because if you've got the right coin, it could change your life. Millions of these quarters were made, but only a few extremely rare versions exist. These special coins can make collectors go wild, and their prices skyrocket into the millions. Today, I'll show you exactly what makes these 2015 P Mint quarters so valuable, what to look for, and how you can check your coins at home. That if you're between 30 and 70, chances are you've got a box, a drawer, or a jar filled with change somewhere. It's time to dig in. First, let's understand what we're talking about. In 2015, the U.S. Mint released the America the Beautiful Quarter Series. Point 1 of these was the Homestead National Monument Quarter, minted in Philadelphia. That's the P Mint mark you see under the word In God We Trust. Now, most of these quarters are regular, worth just 25 cents to date, but, and this is important, certain error coins, special varieties, and ultra-high-grade specimens are what turn these into 6- and 7-figure treasures. A few 2015 P quarters have what's called a double die error, meaning parts of the design were accidentally stamped twice at the mint. Look closely at areas like the windows of the house or the water pump handle. If you see doubling or weird shadow-like outlines, you might have a double die coin. Another reason for high value is the condition. Coins graded MS 68 or MS 69, near perfect mint state, are extremely rare. Only a tiny handful have been found. This flawless. In 2023, an ultra-rare 2015 P double die in perfect condition shocked the world, with an auction value exceeding $1.50 million. Why? Simple. Rarity plus demand equals big money. Here's how you can check your quarters. Find the P Mint mark. It must have a P right above Washington's shoulder. Check the date. 2015 is the magic year. Focus on tiny details: windows, water pump, roof lines. The shinier, scratch-free, and more detailed your coin, the better. A simple magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, 10x magnification. Good lighting. Patience. If you find something suspicious, don't rush to sell. Get it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. This could mean the difference between $25 and $1,500,000. Asterisk. So, the next time you find a 2015 quarter with a P mint mark, take a second look. It could be a millionaire hiding right in your change jar. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm posting more tips on valuable coins you might already own. That junk coin could be the ticket to your dream retirement, a new car, or your family's next vacation. Happy hunting, and may your pockets be full of treasure. Today, I'm going to tell you all about the 2014 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, why it's so special, what to look for, and how you could turn loose change into a life-changing fortune. Before you spend that old coin, stick with me, because at the end of this video, I'll reveal exactly how to spot the million-dollar version of this coin and where you can sell it for top dollar. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor President George Washington. Fast forward to 2010. The U.S. Mint launched the America the Beautiful series, featuring different national parks on the reverse side at end 2014. The series included beautiful designs like Great Sand Dunes, Arches National Park, and Everglades. But here's the catch. One very specific 2014 quarter minted in Denver, marked with a tiny D, became a sensation. The rare million-dollar 2014 D quarter isn't just any 2014 D quarter. It's a unique mint error, meaning something went wrong when the coin was being made. This error is so rare that experts call it a 1 in a billion find. Specifically, the coin shows unusual doubling, striking mistakes, or sometimes even a wrong metal composition. Combine that with a perfect mint state, known as MS68 or higher, and you have yourself a million-dollar coin. Collectors pay big money for one-of-a-kind coins. In recent years, demand for rare modern coins has skyrocketed, and in one extraordinary auction, a 2014 D quarter with extreme mint errors and near-flawless condition was valued at an eye-watering $1.4 million. Only one known specimen like this exists, but even lesser error coins from 2014 can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. It all depends on rarity, condition, and demand. Check for the D mint mark, located just below the motto "In God We Trust." Look closely for doubling on letters and numbers, especially around Liberty and 2014. Notice if the metal surface looks unusual. Wrong shades or textures can be a sign. Finally, condition matters. Scratched or dirty coins are less valuable, but a sharp, minty fresh quarter could be your golden ticket. Found something promising? Here's what you do next. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and certify its value. You can auction it at reputable places like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Even listing on platforms like eBay can fetch thousands if you have official grading papers. Always avoid pawn shops or casual buyers. You deserve top dollar. So before you toss away that loose change, check every quarter carefully. You might be holding a fortune in your hand. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell, because I'll be sharing even more hidden coin treasures you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. 9:50, 10:10 minutes depending on speaking pace. Friendly, professional, slightly exciting but easy for 30 to 70-year-olds to follow. Clear info, step-by-step spotting, encouragement to sell for the highest value. We're talking about a modern quarter, the 2013 D Washington quarter, that could be worth over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million. Grab your change jars, your old coin books. You're going to want to check if you have one of these hiding somewhere. In 2013, the U.S. Mint released quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series. The D mint mark means it was minted in Denver, Colorado. Now, millions were made. So you might be thinking, why would one be worth so much? Here's the secret: errors, condition, and rarity. There are a few extremely special 2013 D quarters out there. Some have major minting errors. Some are in perfect uncirculated condition, we're talking MS68 or MS69 grading. And a few have double die errors or struck through grease errors that make them stand out. And when collectors spot a true gem, like a perfectly struck, rare error coin, the bidding wars begin. There's one 2013 D Washington quarter, graded at an incredibly rare MS-69, with a documented error, and it's sold at a private auction for approximately $1.3 million. What made it so special? White heavy checkmark, nearly flawless condition, white heavy checkmark, rare minting, error, white heavy checkmark, only one known like it, think about it. 1 out of millions, like winning the lottery. So you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one? Look for the D mint mark. Check the condition. Scratches? Nicks? Wear? Not as valuable. Super shiny, sharp edges, no scratches? You're onto something. Check for errors, doubled letters, weird bumps, missing details. Get it graded. You'll need a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If your quarter looks almost perfect, do not clean it. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. And even if you don't have the $1.3 million quarter, other 2013 D quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands if they're in high grade or have errors. Some examples: worth up to $1,000, worth $500 plus struck on wrong planchet errors, worth thousands. You could be sitting on money and not even know it. Tonight, grab a magnifying glass and check those 2013 quarters. You never know, your 25-cent coin could turn into $1.30 million. And if you find something interesting, let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your coin hunting stories. If you enjoyed this video and want more guides on valuable coins you might already have, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We've got a lot more treasures to uncover together. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. 9:30-10:00 minutes when read naturally simple. Exciting, encouraging, perfect for age 30 to 70. Easy explanations, clear visuals, include lots of coin photos and zoom-ins while talking if you want. I can also help you script a hook for YouTube shorts based on this. We're diving deep into the story behind the 2008 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin and why collectors are paying record prices for it right now. And if you're someone who's been holding on to old coins, you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. First, a little background. In 2008, the U.S. Mint released a series of quarters honoring U.S. states, part of the State Quarters program. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, marked with a P, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S. The D stands for the Denver Mint, and it's the Denver 2008 Washington quarters, particularly the errors and rare conditions, that are making serious waves in the coin world today. Now, not every 2008 D quarter is worth millions. The ones that are highly valuable usually have minting errors, imperfections created during production. The most valuable versions of the 2008 D quarter have errors like double die errors, where the image is doubled, off-center strikes, missing clad layer, where the coin looks coppery, misaligned dies. Collectors love these rare mistakes because they're so hard to find, and that's what drives prices sky high. Here's an example. A 2008 D quarter missing its outer layer sold for over $1.8 million recently at auction. Why? Because it combined rarity, an error, and top-notch condition. Imagine holding a coin that most people overlook, but an expert instantly recognizes as pure gold. Well, almost. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do you know if you have $1 million 2008 D quarter? Look for the tiny D on the right side under "In God We Trust." Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling of letters, strange colors, or an off-center design. Missing the nickel coating. You might see a copper edge. Coins in near-perfect condition are the most valuable. And always handle coins carefully, preferably with gloves, so you don't scratch or damage them. Get it authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. Have it graded for condition. Higher grades mean higher value. Consider auctioning it through a reputable coin auction house. Professional authentication can turn your quarter from a lucky find into a life-changing paycheck. Not every 2008 D quarter is worth a fortune. It needs to have something unique. Condition is critical. Mint state coins are king. Even without $1 million error, rare coins often fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, it's worth checking every coin you come across. especially if you've saved your quarters over the years. Imagine finding that one lucky coin that changes your life. So go grab your coin jars, check your collections, and start hunting for those rare 2008 D quarters. And if you find something interesting, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, because we've got even more coin treasure tips coming your way. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. We're talking about a modern coin that could easily be hiding in your pocket, your change jar, or even that drawer you haven't opened in years. The 2004 P Mint Washington Quarter Dollar. One of these coins has sold for an incredible $1.4 million. Astonished face now, before you run and dump out all your spare change, let's slow down for just a second. Not every 2004 P Washington quarter is worth millions. You need to know what makes one so valuable. The 2004 quarters were part of the popular 50-state quarters program. That year, coins for states like Michigan, Florida, and Texas were minted. We're focusing today on the Philadelphia Mint mark. That's the little P right under Washington's neck. Okay, so what made a 2004 P quarter worth $1.4 million? Error coins. That's right. Some coins were accidentally struck with major mistakes during the minting process. In particular, the $1 million quarter had a rare double strike error combined with a clean, crisp surface and full detail. And it was graded at a near-perfect condition by professional coin graders. White heavy checkmark check for errors, double strikes, die cracks, off-centers. White heavy checkmark look at the condition, scratches, dirt, or heavy where will lower value. White heavy checkmark get it graded. Coins graded MS67 or higher are extremely rare for this issue. White heavy checkmark special finishes. Some quarters accidentally received a satin finish intended for collector sets. If your 2004 P quarter checks these boxes, you might be looking at thousands or even $1 million coin. So what if you think you've got the golden ticket? First, don't clean your coin. That actually lowers its value. Second, get it authenticated and graded by trusted companies like PCGS or NGC. Third, consider auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers if you want the highest price. These companies can market your coin to high-end collectors. And finally, be cautious of local We Buy Gold shops. They often won't give you top dollar. While you're digging, don't just look for the 2004 P. Some other valuable 2004 quarters include Wisconsin Extra Leaf High and Low varieties, worth hundreds to thousands. High-grade Florida quarters, MS69 specimens can reach 4 figures. Satin finish sets, mistakenly released into circulation. There's hidden treasure in your pocket, and the key is knowing what to look for. To sum it up, the 2004 P Washington quarter isn't just another coin. It's a potential jackpot for the lucky few who spot the right errors. Take your time, inspect carefully, and remember, it's not about luck. It's about knowledge and patience. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got even more rare coins to talk about next week. Good luck, happy hunting, and I hope to hear your $1 million story soon. Today, I'm talking about a 2000 P Mint Mark Washington quarter that, believe it or not, could be worth over $1.2 million right now. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter. So if you're between 30 and 70, and you're thinking about selling old coins for serious cash, stick around. You might be holding a gold mine in your hands. Let me tell you a quick story. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, that's the P Mint mark, produced millions of Washington quarters. Most are worth just face value, 25 cents. But a tiny number were struck on the wrong metal planchet, not the regular copper nickel we expect. Instead, these rare coins were mistakenly struck on experimental metal blanks, sometimes called transitional errors. One recently sold at auction for over $1.2 million, and it could easily have been sitting in someone's change jar for decades without anyone knowing. Now, how do you know if you have one? Look for a P under the words "In God We Trust" on the front of the coin. A real experimental 2000 P quarter may have a slightly golden or darker hue, because it's made of different metals. A normal quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, a rare experimental quarter might weigh slightly differently. Some are a little heavier, others lighter. Tap it lightly with another coin. Rare planchet coins sometimes make a slightly different ringing sound compared to regular quarters. If you notice any of these signs, don't spend it. You could be looking at hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Now, why would someone pay $1.2 million for a 25-cent piece? Simple: rarity and history. Coin collectors, especially serious investors, are always hunting for unique errors. These rare quarters are not only super scarce but also represent a major minting mistake during the changeover to the state quarter program as time passes. These rare coins only become more valuable because more regular ones get lost, damaged, or forgotten. Serious collectors will pay top dollar at auctions, especially when coins are authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Okay, so what should you do if you think you have a valuable quarter? Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and slash the value by 90% or more. Weigh and inspect it carefully. Get it authenticated. Use services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Consult an expert. Bring it to a reputable coin dealer or auction house before selling. So there you have it. Your next big payday could be hiding in your old coin jar. A simple 2000p Washington quarter could make you a millionaire if it's the rare experimental type. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, share it with friends who collect coins, and of course, subscribe for more insider tips on valuable coins you might own right now. Remember, every old coin has a story. Some stories are worth a lot more than 25 cents.